Good morning, welcome to 59 Minutes. My name is Levi Koles. This particular morning, we're going to be talking about cancer and just having a discussion with a lady who battled, has won, is a cancer conqueror. She is an author. She is a skills coach, a mentor, as well as a civil consultant. And of course, she's a wife and a mother and a preacher of the word. Yeah, mwisho nimeongeza because unajua neno. Margaret Vidolo, welcome.
Thank you so much, Levi.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you. It's my pleasure too.
Yeah. Have I described you well, or how would you describe yourself?
Absolutely, because I carry many hats. At times when I'm asked, introduce yourself, I don't know now which one. Yeah, but the last one you said, actually it's the core for me.
It's the core.
I'm not only a preacher, I also have a relationship with God. And it has really formed a backbone of the many things I've had to go in life. Yeah. And just to know that you can be a Christian, you can have a relationship with God, and yet challenges can come your way.
Yeah.
But it's so good to have that relationship because it also gives you the strength to pick up yourself and move on.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, they say statistically every year, 20,000 people in Kenya are diagnosed with cancer.
Yes.
And I think even it's low because I don't think we've really gone and really pinpointed very well.
True.
And there's also still a high number of people who are dying from the same. There's still a big panic when people hear so-and-so has cancer. In fact, you announce you have cancer and people just put a timer.
Yes.
That TikTok, tutasikia, ameenda. And we talk about it in October.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we don't, we only use it this 1 month, then we forget about it until a friend has cancer or a family member or someone, it comes close. For you, tell me, before your diagnosis, had you had any brush with cancer in a close manner?
Not really. What happened was, I'll loop in my story because I began by going to a doctor last year, December, just for normal checkup. Then she felt my breast and she felt there was a lump on it. And she told me, don't even go back, whether you're traveling, whether you're going back to work, no, this is important, have it checked. So she called a specialist, she sent me to him, but before then, she even sent me to go and have an ultrasound. So I came back with my results and she said, because I can't handle this, go and see him. But what unfolded was not what I anticipated. Anyway, just as you said, we talk about cancer, but again, we keep saying, maybe it can't be me, maybe, you know, I'm okay, I'm well.
It's a story for other people.
Yes, but forgetting cancer is a silent killer. Why? It will come, you will not feel it, you will not hear it. Unfortunately, when it reaches stage 3, stage 4, it could be too bad, it can't be reversed. That's why we keep saying early intervention is by early detection. And so what happened is I went to the doctor, here in Kenya that is.
Yeah.
The doctor told me go for mammogram, which I did. When I came back again, he said it's not conclusive. So we go in for what he said, an incision, whereby we may have to cut a bit of the lump and take it up for histology. Now, I've had a lot of challenges with my health, and what I always subscribe for is more than one expert opinion. So because I felt I need to hear another story, so I went to a second opinion. A second opinion again, we ran the tests. And again, she was still feeling, this time she cannot feel the lump per se, but now she's feeling there's something not right. But again, she tells me, keep coming. Now, what happens with cancer is time is of essence. So the first doctor is like, I'm ready for that incision. When you're ready, you just come, we book you in. The second doctor is saying, stay 3 months, come back again, we run the tests. here I am as a person, I'm like, you know, I need to make the best decision for myself.
Yeah.
So earlier on, I had had 2 brain tumor surgeries. The first one had been done in Kenya. The second one was done in India. So I was able to reach out to my doctor in India. And then
Were those cancerous?
No, they were benign. They were benign. So he told me, you come, fly to India. We will be able to carry out the tests for you. Then we see. And my first trip in April was just diagnostic because the 2 experts in Kenya, the results are not conclusive.
Are you Googling at this time?
Hey, a lot, a lot. I Google and then I listen to my body and then I'm like, I'm trying to relate. Yeah, and then the jargon again. Let me call it jargon, but they're the terms they use. So, yeah, you hear something like follicular, papillary, neoplastic.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are not making sense.
Yeah.
But
they are not making sense at all.
Yeah. But you're there. You really want to know more.
Yes.
Google,
it's about your body.
It's about my body. Google has 2 ways. It's positive and negative. But the beauty is somehow you will get to know what will be done. Somehow you'll have an idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're okay. So now you go to
we go to India.
Yeah.
We run all the tests. They come out negative. And I'm very happy. But amongst the tests, you know, I always go once a year for the MRI just to check on the brain.
Yeah, ever since the tumor.
Yes. So the doctor says, tick, tick, all okay. I'm so happy. And then he books an appointment with me again. I always work with my husband. So I enter his room and he says, call your husband. So we enter, the 2 of us. Then he lifts the films. Then he says, all was okay. But there are just 2 things I'm picking out of the MRIs. 1, there is a tumor at the brain. And 2, there's something at the thyroid. And so for that, we escalated for a PET scan again. And we had booked the flight to come. We had to reschedule every other thing because we just knew, this is a Kawa walk-in, walk-out. We will be fine. So we had to readjust a lot. And you know, if you rebook, it means more money.
Yeah.
So we adjusted, and then I was able to go in for the PET scan.
Yeah.
So
tell me, this PET scan for people who have never had a PET scan.
A PET scan is, in a layman's language, a scan done to you to just discover where the cancerous cells might be, and they use a radioactive element. So they inject in your body, and then you have to be somewhere alone because they say you're emitting some radioactive elements. Then when you enter the room, there's some iodine they'll inject, and your body will feel so hot, and then you're taken in a machine like an MRI, and then it will be able to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is what happened, and then it picked. It still picked the 2, that there was a tumor at the brain, but the major place that it settled on was on the right side of my thyroid. Yeah, so we got the results. We took them back to the doctor. We discussed, and then they were ready to work on me there and then because, you know, now when you hear it is there and the doctor is giving you the options of surgery and all that, because for thyroid, they say it is an easier cancer to treat because if it is found at those earlier stages, the mass is still intact. They work on it.
So it can be removed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you are able to lead your life 100% okay, although with medication and frequent follow-ups, checkups on you.
So you went for surgery?
So I went for surgery.
Yeah, I see you have the scar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me, this, okay, so you've told me about what they diagnosed, how, you know, and what they said, and medically speaking, what you went through.
Yes.
What were you going through mentally?
Oh, mentally? Mentally, I was going through a lot. You have just said part of who I am. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I work. I need to take care of my body myself. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because you really have to put up a fight. Yeah, and sometimes even you yourself, you're so low, but you have to make the people around you know you're okay. But sometimes it's good not to be okay. One thing I've learned to how I cope when I'm down mentally is talk about it. Yeah, talk about it, because when you don't talk about it, it can just kill you before the real death. Part of the things that I was battling with, you know, now this being my third surgery, will I really come out well? Okay, if you know my story, it took 5 years for me to even conceive. So here are these kids, they are now heading to teenagehood. Would God really want to deny them a mother after making them come now? At my workplace. How
many kids do you have?
2. 2. At my workplace, there's a lot of workload I was handling. Of course, my bosses were very kind to me because I was unwell. But again, you know, if you're too much away, is this person a liability or is she, you know, is she an asset to the company? Yes. And then also that look of people, you talk to people, they want to put you at a warrior sympathy place, you know. Really, you're going through this. We can't believe you have it. You know, many people associate cancer with death.
They do.
So, you know, just having to tell people I'm okay, accept me the way I am, you know, it is also work. Yeah, so those are some of the things I really had to battle
in your
with.
Mind,
Yes.
So even you have moments of uncertainty, like you say, where you're not sure if you're going to make it.
Absolutely. You see, after the doctor talks to you, surgery is 50-50. They'll tell you, we will do our best. But the 100% assurance, they don't have it. And particularly, I remember the doctor who was administering anesthesia to me. She just calls me and say, Margaret, say your last prayers. I'm putting anesthesia to you. And you know, at that moment, I just went into a worship because she's also not sure. Nobody is sure.
There can be many complications.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a real moment of grappling with your mortality.
Exactly.
Now tell me, so you go for surgery.
Yes.
What happens after?
What happens after? The healing process. Well, it hasn't been easy. I had this surgery in May, so June, July, August, September, October. These are 5 months down the line. I like to tell people I'm okay, I'm fine, but sometimes I'm not okay. Many people don't understand the functions of a thyroid. So a thyroid is a small butterfly-shaped organ found behind your neck. Of course, the doctor said, after this, you need to be okay, you need to be fine. But as a person, you know, our bodies work differently. So after surgery, I've been having various ways my body is reacting. I've been following up with the doctors, and when I'm off, I'm supposed to be taking drugs. When my body can't really work, then I take rests and just lots of sleep and rests. But a day at a time. A day at a time. Why? Because I always wake up with gratitude, because if I'm alive today, it means God still needs me on this planet Earth, and He's not yet done with me. And healing is a process. It's not instant. And so I'm on that journey. But so far, so good. I'm able to do my duty so well as a mother, as a wife, and as a worker. Yes.
And then you wrote a book.
Yes, I did.
Yes,
that is book number 1. The other's coming.
They say, kweli, by the time you're writing a book, unajua, umepitia mapito.
Yes.
What informed the start of this book?
The start of this book, Actually, this is the chapter 1 of my life. When I went to India in 2015, now that was for my brain tumor surgery. I realized we converged in India, so many people. Some were doctors, pilots, some from military. I mean, there was a man from Nigeria, one from South Africa, Uganda. We had somebody also from US. So, you know, when this story of Airbnb, I saw it there. So we cook, there is a common kitchen, a common room, but you have separate bedrooms.
Yeah.
So just interacting with people, I realized, wow, we all go through things. It's not about your title. It's not about who you are. But more importantly, I looked at how ladies go through a lot, yet the society and family stands at your backbone. And that was my turnaround moment. And I said, if I've had to go through this, let me put it in paper. Let it go out. It will be able to inspire somebody in Africa, Uganda, Asia, America, all over the world. Let them hear my story of resilience, that no matter what kind of pain, sickness you're going through, life-threatening diagnosis, you're able to go through it and you're able to come up and fight on. Yeah, so basically that is what formed conception in 2015 to just start writing my experiences and put them together.
Yeah.
That was it.
How are you now? Are you in remission?
Come again?
How has it been? How are you now?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And I think after 6 months, should be after December, I should be going on for my all-body checkup. Yeah. But there's also that Kawan tumor still up there because it's at a sensitive place. The doctor just said, let's observe it. Yeah, so we are observing it by doing MRIs. You do what you have to do, and a day at a time, yeah, we roll on.
Yeah, you're very tough, you know.
Thank you.
It's truly inspiring to find somebody who has gone through, because even it's not just cancer, it was the brain tumors. It was 1, it was 2, and then it was cancer. You know, culturally, where we come from, some people would say, Nani ameni, ameni korogea.
Yeah. Yeah, culturally.
Yeah. How important is it to listen to your own voice? Because you see, like for me, I always say, you know, there's those voices you hear. People tell you, no, don't go this way, don't do this, don't go to so and so for prayer, see this particular herbalist. How important were you to listen to your own voice and chart your own path? And did you get those things, by the way?
Oh, I got a lot. I got a lot. You know, now mine has been a huge journey.
Yeah.
And I remember like the very first surgery we did, we just said we are not telling people. And one of the person we just decided to tell was my mom. And she went like, no. There are people I know who can give us alternatives. This is a kuchuna. And then I told her, no, this is my life. And all along, you get a lot of people telling you, giving you stories, giving you examples. But it is very important to be decisive upon your own life. Let me tell you, Levi, even my recent surgery, I went with 2 things. It's either a yes or a no. If God takes me home, then time has arrived. If not, he still needs me. But it has to be settled in you. And you make the decision and you stand by it. And you're able to defend it. Many will tell you, I remember even the first time we had to go to India, our kids were very small, 3 and 2 years. Why are you leaving these small kids? How will they be? But I listened to myself. I have to be well for them. I cannot take care of them when I'm not well myself. And that alone helped me make the decision to go. So all of us are leaders in our own way. You have to lead yourself before you lead others. And part of leading yourself, you must make those hard decisions and stand by them. Even if they turn out to be wrong, you will defend it later. But at least it's better to make a decision than to sit on the fence. Another thing I realized, if you don't make your own decision, you will be tempted to listen to so many voices. Now you will start following voice A. Voice B tells you this, and in the long run, you'll be in the mix-up, and it will be a whole confusion for you. And you may not make a decision at the end of it. And you will not defend it because I'll say, Levi is the one who told me. Yeah, so it is very important as a person to just do what is right for you by making a choice and a decision that you know you can stand by it and defend it, and it is for your good, no matter the outcome.
No matter the outcome.
Exactly.
I hear you. We're going to take a quick break and go to Eldred for just 10 minutes and listen to Kogei from there at the Absa Bank Empowerment Forum, and then we come back and we continue.
Asi imuch ibaraste mung'areng'ung en Cash SME, ibirchi simet sales